Hey guys, look what I got. That's right, I got the WSX-F01 dual antenna HD FPV goggles. It's 5.8 gigahertz, 40 channel race band compatible. Basically everything that your Fat Shark can do, only at a much cheaper price. Got these from TomTop.com. I'm gonna quit talking now. We're gonna open up the box and we're gonna see what's going on inside. Alright guys, here's what we've got going on inside the box. Right here we've got basically our accessories, including the two antennas that mount right there. And we've got our DC power supply that connects to a battery. A battery does not come with this kit. You have to supply that on your own. I'll show you some examples of what I plan to use, as well as a video out plug in case you want to plug this thing into a monitor. Alright, so now we're going to take a closer look at the goggles themselves. Alright guys, here's a look at the FPV goggles themselves. We've got the mounts for each of our FPV antennas, 5.8 gigahertz antennas. Here is our channel scan button, so if you want to find what channels your buddy's on or don't want to have to flip through every channel manually, you can find that right away, which is kind of a cool feature. We've got our different settings buttons right there. This is the video in, and which corresponds to the yellow cable back there. And this is the DC in. Now there's not a spot designated for the battery, like my other goggles that came with a battery. So you're gonna have to supply your own. This will run on a 2S or a 3S, and the amount of runtime that you'll get from the LiPo battery, 2S or 3S, is actually pretty darn good. So that's a plus and a minus all at once. And the plug that it comes with is your red JST. So if you have any 2 or 3S batteries with the red JST connector, then you can use any of those with this as long as they're 2 and 3S, and provided that there's space to mount them, of course. So I'm going to put this together, and then we are going to take a look with this thing plugged in and see what kind of performance we get from this monitor right here. This is a 4.3 inch monitor, and I've heard very good things about it. It's HD, so you've got some nice brightness and depth, but we're going to check that out right now. Alright, so first things first, I now have these goggles connected to that Blade FPV Nano QX2, and that's the picture that you're seeing there. You can see that there's the antenna feedback on the OSD, which is really cool. My other goggles does not have that. It also tells you the channel that you're on. My other goggles, which are the Eachine VR007 off to the side there, you can see it in the corner. Those have been great. Got that with my Assassin 180. But right away, not only do you get the antenna signal strength, which is really cool, you also get more peripheral vision left to right, or at least that's how it seems. You also get a brighter, it seems to be a clearer display too. This is a 4.3 inch HD display in there, and it just seems like I've got more depth and crispness and brightness. Let's move it around a little bit. Yeah, it just seems like it's gonna lend itself. Yeah, it doesn't really seem to go as dark with the exact same camera as it does on the other monitor, so, or goggles rather. So that is a good thing. Now let's take a look at what I have going on for the battery, the power supply. Alright, so here's where a potential con or pro, depending on how you approach it, could be. So we've got our DC plug here that goes into our LiPo. I have got my 2S850 Babel Bat. I love Babel Bats. I use this with my A10 Warthog. The E-Flight one will not get it off the ground. This will. They are very good batteries. Ask me about those if you want to get yourself some. I've got a buddy who actually strips these down. These are Hyperion batteries. Alright, so back to the headset. I am going to lay down some Velcro here. That way I can have this or any other 2S batteries or 3S batteries that I have handy that will fit in this space. Just lock it in there. Be nice and good to go. And so let's take a look at this around a little bit more. Yeah, so I'm not sure how well it's showing through the camera. Should be representing it pretty well. Little look at my new light boxes in GB Linden Studio here. Yeah, so far so good. I am going to do a quick flight off camera and really kind of test these out, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I just flew this around my apartment with my new goggles, just like I said I was going to. And two things I noticed versus my other goggles. One, the depth perception was better. The peripheral vision was also better. So that's a huge improvement, and I'm happy to report that. With my other ones, I would run up against the wall with this thing. So that's where those scuff marks came from. So I can see better. I can see wider. So I like these goggles. Alright guys, I had a good time flying my little new nano drone, I guess I'll call it. The little mini whoop wannabe, micro drone, whatever. I had a good time doing that. Even though I could see really well with this, I had a little trouble maintaining altitude properly. I haven't flown anything with a tiny controller like that for quite some time, so as the flight got on, I did a little better maintaining altitude. However, it's very different with the short sticks versus longer sticks that I've been flying quite a bit here lately, so the more hobby grade length sticks. So on the pro side, this thing has dual antennas. It's not quite diversity, but it operates on a similar situation. So basically 2 is better than just 1 is essentially the takeaway from that. But it's not, like the Fat Shark diversity system. That is a whole nother level, but this will enhance the reception versus just 1. So that's a good thing. On the con side, I don't like having to Velcro anything to this. It looks like kind of like something that my grandpa would do. My grandpa was awesome, brilliant man, very accomplished. Rest in peace, grandpa. But I don't like to do that to my stuff. I like to make things look as nice as possible, and for me that's a con. Obviously the upside is I can put whatever battery I want as long as I have the JST connector on there. There's a little bit of a pro baked in there, but I'd prefer to be able to just have something that can stick in a slot off to the side or drop in there, something like that. That would be a preference. But overall, for this price point, for what you get, I am blown away. So check the link in the description if this interests you at all. I got it from tomtop.com. And with that being said, like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, one other thing. This does not have a DVR. Most people would recognize that it wouldn't at this price point, but I want to point that out too because I covered most everything else. If you have any questions at all, please drop a question or a comment down below. Like always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And GB Linden, out.